Hello everyone and welcome to my Maths Integrated project. I am Devashish from DAV Devghar, Jharkhand. My Maths Integrated project is on matrices. So we will be starting from its definition. So a matrix is an ordered rectangular arrangement of number or function. It is an ordered rectangular arrangement of number or function. It is represented as A is equal to this. Now we will be discussing its application. We use it in construction, in graphs, in 3D games, yeah, in your favorite PUBG as well. We use it in different statistical graphs like the mortality rate graph we draw, the birth rate graph we draw. If I ask you to draw a chessboard, you can do it very easily using a pen and a paper. But if I ask you to draw it in a computer, you might be struck. So, what can we do now? Yeah, metrics can help us here also. Computer understands the binary language 0 and 1. So, using metrics, we can convert our command to 0 and 1, and our required chessboard will be made by the computer. Now, we will be discussing types of matrices. So here are the following 7 types of matrices: row matrix, column matrix, square matrix, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, identity matrix, and zero matrix. So these are the 7 types of matrices that we will be discussing in this slide. So row matrix. A matrix is said to be a row matrix if it has only one row. That is, the number of rows will always be 1, but the number of columns may be 1 or more. For example, we will be discussing some examples of row matrix. As I said, the number of row will always be 1, but the number of columns may be 1, 2, 3, etc. Here, the number of row is 1 and number of columns is 3. So these are the matrices of order 1 into 3, ABC 1 to 3. So its order is 1 into 3. The column matrix is quite similar to the row matrix. A matrix is said to be a column matrix if it has only one column. Here the number of column will always be 1. For example, 1, 2, 3. Here the order is 3 into 1. The column is 1, but the number of rows is 3. So number of rows may be 1, 2, 3 or anything, but the number of column will always be 1. The next is square matrix. A matrix is said to be a square matrix if the number of rows are equal to the number of columns. Here, a matrix in which the number of rows are equal to the number of columns is said to be a square matrix. As its name itself suggests, then the sides of a square we know are same, so here the number of rows and columns will be same. M is equals to n. Example 4935. The order is 2 into 2. We can see here clearly that the number of rows and number of columns are equal to 2. It is a matrix of order 2 into 2, 4, 9, 3 and 5. It's an example of square matrix. Now the next matrix that comes is a diagonal matrix. A diagonal matrix, a matrix is said to be diagonal if it is a square matrix like B is equals to Bij is said to be a diagonal matrix if all its non-diagonal elements are 0. That is, a matrix B is equals to Bij M cross M is said to be a diagonal matrix if Bij is equals to 0, not equal to 0. Bij is equals to 0 when I is not equal to 0. That is, the diagonal elements will not be 0, but the non-diagonal elements will be always 0. Here 1, 8, 4 are the diagonal elements being non-zero numbers, while the non-diagonal elements are always 0. We can see the element 2, 2 is 8, but 2, 3 is 0. 3, 1 is 0. Similarly, 3, 3 is 4. So diagonal elements are non-zero, 1, 8 and 4. but the non-diagonal elements are 0. The next type of matrix is scalar matrix. A diagonal matrix is said to be a scalar matrix if its diagonal elements are equal. That is, a square matrix P is equals to Bij is said to be a scalar matrix if Bij is equals to 0 when I is not equal to j. Bij is equals to k when I is equals to j. Example A is equals to 200,020,002. You can see the all diagonal elements are same, that is 2, but the non-diagonal elements are 0. You can see the diagonal elements here. I is equals to j, while one case is 2. The next matrix is that we will be discussing identity matrix, a square matrix in which elements in the diagonal are all 1 and rest are 0 is said to be an identity matrix. A square matrix. We must note that an identity matrix is always a square matrix in which the diagonal elements are all 1 and rest are all 0. The diagonal elements only will be 1, the non-diagonal elements will be 0. The diagonal elements, that is ij case, will I is equals to j, and that the element aij will always be equal to 1. For example, 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 and so on. So this is a identity matrix of order 4 into 4. You can see it's a square matrix since the number of rows and number of columns are same. I hope you understand this. The next matrix is zero matrix, our favorite. A matrix is said to be a zero matrix if all its elements are 0. The point to be noted here is a zero matrix is also called a null matrix. A zero matrix is also called a null matrix. Example, you can see 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Its order is 3 into 3. That's all. Thank